Cameron Flowers.
And I'm Summer Showers.
Stay with us as we cover God's gift of faith throughout the ages.
Come to you live on FNN from heaven's streets of gold.
Headlines ripped from history, stories new and old.
For centuries we see, from BC to AD, ordinary people who trust and they can see. Fake news, fake news. Fake news, fake news. Who's in the heavenly headlines today? Who will seek his face? Who's in the heavenly headlines today? Who will walk in faith? Who's in the heavenly headlines today? Who will seek his face? Who's in the heavenly headlines today? Who will walk in faith? Our God is big, big, bigger than we could ever know. Oh, hey, oh, trust His faithfulness. He'll never, ever let you go. His promises are true, true, true. What He says He will do. That's a headline you can count on. That's faith to faith to faith news. Fake news, fake news. Fake news, fake news. Who's in the heavenly headlines today? Who will seek His face? Who's in the heavenly headlines today? Who will walk in faith? Who's in the heavenly headlines today? Who will seek His face? Who's in the heavenly headlines today? Who will walk in faith? Our God is big, big, bigger than we could ever know. Oh, hey, oh, trust His faithfulness. He'll never, never let you go. His promises are true, true, true. What He says He will do. Headline you can
Count on.
A headline you can count on.
That's a headline you can count on. That's faith to faith to faith news.
Live from the Pearly Gate Plaza, it's your hosts, Cameron Flowers and Summer Showers.
Good morning to all the heavenly hosts. It's another beautiful day here at the Pearly Gates. We're so glad you've joined us today for Faith News.
As you know, we shine a big golden spotlight on God's people, those who trust Him and His promise.
It's always an honor to sit here next to my co-host, Summer Showers. And may I just say, you have a brilliant new gold-spun hairdo today.
Why, thank you, Seaflo. I have to admit, I peeped the lineup we have for today, and it is halo-tastic.
With that, let's go to our roving angel reporters on the ground, Seraphim and Cherubim.
Heavenly morning, Cameron and Summer. We're here in Israel, where everyone is abuzz about the subject of our Faith News feature this morning.
That's right. What the people are saying around here is that Noah has been building a very large boat for decades. And if you know the dry weather around here, you know that's pretty weird.
Let's get it straight from his wife, Mrs. Noah.
Hello?
Just speak into the microphone here.
The gold stick.
Yes, the gold stick.
So, can you tell us a little about what's going on with your husband Noah?
You're gonna make fun of him too. I'm not gonna.
Oh no, we are very interested in the construction project going on here.
Oh, well, in that case, years and years ago, Noah told me that God said you should build a very big boat called an ark. An ark. You've heard of it? And of course, I told him it was going to be expensive. I'd imagine so. So, he built the ark. And I think he has a hobby. So, what do I care? He has a hobby. Then, he tells me he wants to put animals on the boat. But not just the animals we own. Every animal on the boat.
That is a lot of animals.
Clean up on aisle 5. Exactly. So guess what I've been doing for the past year? Starting our own zoo. But don't think I'm complaining. Mind you, all God's creatures are valuable. And I don't want to be... Mrs. Noah, I don't mean to interrupt, but do you think we could get your husband Noah to come over here? Sure. I gotta go feed the camels and giraffes anyway.
Hey, Noah!
Yes? Come meet my new friends. They're very interested in what God has to say. Definitely.
Well, you know,
Talking to the gold stick.
God says something, I should obey. He's never given me a reason to doubt him. And if God says it's going to rain, it's going to rain.
When God told Noah there was gonna be a flood, it was a little while stomach since the tow driver never seen mud. But I stood by my man, and at least I knew my friends would understand. Until I told them, we heard them say, "If I see it,
Cause the end is believing.
then I'll believe it."
Cause the end is believing. You're talking crazy. We're living in a desert.
So grab some sunscreen.
Talk some sense into Noah.
It's crazy to believe something you can't see. So what do you say now, Noah? Hey, Noah!
It's gonna rain.
Oh, seeing is believing.
It's gonna rain.
But seeing is believing.
It doesn't make sense. We're living in a desert. Be just the same.
Now you've lost it, Noah.
He will not let me down, though it's dry as a desert in town. I trust his word is true, what he says he's gonna do.
It's gonna rain.
Oh, it's gonna rain.
It's gonna rain.
Oh, it's gonna rain.
It doesn't make sense.
Oh, it's gonna rain.
I believe just the same.
Oh, it's gonna rain.
Wait! What's that? What's happening?
Why do I feel wet?
Drip drop was falling from the sky. Drip drop, I can't believe my eyes. Drip drop was falling from the sky. Drip drop, I can't believe my eyes. Drip drip, oh, it's gonna rain. It doesn't make sense. Oh, it's gonna rain. It doesn't make sense. Oh, it's gonna rain. Everybody is the same. Oh, it's gonna rain. Here comes the
Well, as you can see, it did rain. Noah's neighbors are in for a big surprise. And that brings us to our weather forecast with our very own Sally Soaker.
Thank you, Summer. Yes, as you just saw, it is currently raining in Noah's neighborhood. Being found between Elah and Sinai, manna and quail are falling from the sky. That's right, God has provided food for the hungry by actually making food fall from the sky. Hallelujah! And Mom is excited to see what God does next. Of course, in the desert, it's hot, hot, hot. Gotta drop right there. Back to Summer in the studio.
Amazing. Well, while we get some water to quench our thirst, let's go to a commercial break. Just kidding. Everyone knows there's commercials in heaven.
Wasn't it amazing to see the faith of Noah, especially when the skies were clear and it didn't seem like it would ever rain?
It sure was. Having faith means you are certain that what God says is real, even though you can't see it. Let's go to our foreign correspondent, Danny Dexter, and see what she has to say.
I'm looking down on the ground right now, and it looks like we have quite a commotion in Susa. Something is happening with King Xerxes and his queen, Esther. Let's go back to Sarah and Shara, reporting on the ground in the land.
quite a story to tell.
I'll say she does. Queen Esther, can you give our heavenly viewers a little bit more about your story?
Viewers? Never mind. Okay, well, the king has been searching for a new queen, and he brought a bunch of us to live at the palace, where they pampered us with spa treatments almost every day for a year. It was quite luxurious.
Sounds wonderful.
And then, can you believe, out of all those girls, the king picked me to be his queen? That's quite an honor, but I understand you're facing what could be a life or death situation. Could you tell us more? Before I became queen, my cousin Mordecai made me promise not to tell anyone that I am a Hebrew. But now there is a horrible man named Haman working for the king who wants to kill all Jewish people. Unbelievable! Can't you talk to the king about it? We have very specific laws here. Even as queen, I'm not allowed to go see the king unless he invites me. Anyone who goes to see the king without an invitation could be killed.
Mercy.
We've all been fasting and praying to God. Honestly, it's a pretty scary decision, but Mordecai says this may even be the reason I became queen for this very moment.
What a story. I almost flew out of my seat. I'm just receiving word that the king has granted Esther's request to come see him.
And it looks like the king has removed Haman from power. Because of the faith of Esther, the entire Jewish people will be saved.
Her very life was in danger, but she risked it all and trusted that God led her to that moment for a reason. And that's faith, the faith news.
You know, Summer, sometimes God calls his people to do dangerous things when they trust him. It reminds me of the time there was a man named Saul who was killing all Christians. Everyone has heard of him, and he was scary.
Super scary. I remember that. I think this is the perfect moment to go over to our game show hosts, Gabby and Michaela, for Fantastic Faithing.
Welcome everyone to Fantastic Faithing.
Michelle and I will compete against each other, acting out stories of heroes of the faith. Every time the bell chimes, these wish quizzes. You participate in the voting by clapping your wings as we go along. Ready? Let me hear those wings.
In today's Fantastic Faithing, we remember the story of Ananias and Saul.
Let's get started. Saul had been on the road to Tarsus when he heard a loud voice. It was Jesus talking to him. But then he was blind. Ding!
So one day, this chill dude named Ananias was minding his own business when God told him to go find a scary guy Saul and lay his hands on him so he could gain his sight. Regain his sight? Saul wasn't blind, was he? Sounded like a trick. Why would God have Ananias reveal he was a Christian to the man hunting Christians?
Ding! But our God is big, big, bigger, and Ananias was a part of God's grander plan. When Saul was on the road, blind as a bat, and Jesus spoke to him, he said that a man named Ananias would find him and help him restore his sight. Ding!
Ananias had to trust God without knowing the details, or even he would be safe. Once Ananias obeyed in faith,
Saul's sight returned, and he started to use the name Paul.
who wrote much of the New Testament. Paul, God did a mighty work in his life, and that's
Fantastic Faithing. Fantastic what? Faithing.
faithing is trusting that God is in control and he is faithful.
I don't think that's a word, but it should be. Back to Abby Anderson in the studio.
Let's jump to sports. As you know, the Halos and the Flappers are competing today in the final tournament of the season. Even our own Cameron Flowers is playing. Let's go to our sports presenter, Lydia.
Thank you, Abby. The teams are about to come out as we have a bumper crowd of angels today supporting both teams. One thing you want to keep your eyes out for is the leap of faith that both teams will be using. It is the mightiest slam dunk in heaven. And here come the teams right now. The Halos and the Flappers. Leave on the team captains. And this is going to be a wonderful fun. Let's all stand for the national anthem of heaven.
Championship.
Archive. And everyone is happy. Back to the studio with Summer Showers.
Go Halos! Go Flappers! What a game! Well, let's take a minute and go to traffic with our very own Daisy Meadows.
Thank you, Summer. There's a slowdown of angels praising near the gate of awesomeness. The overflow of traffic from the Hall of Faith has been rerouted past the Celebration Coliseum and the Sugar Praisatorium. For traffic on the ground, we go to our correspondent, Fly Winston. Winston, can you hear me?
Yes, Dave, it's flying here over Bethlehem where a camel is broken down by the side of the road. It's going to take a while to clear those juicy humps. And over in Samson Village, two enormous pillars have fallen, blocking all access to the main road. If you travel back a few centuries with me, it looks like the roads around the Red Sea just ended to have smooth traveling there. And that's traffic with Winston. That's equals to.
Thanks for that eye on the start. Now we're going back to our junior reporters, 80 Finn and Tiny Finn. Am I hearing this right? Yes, they're walking. I repeat, they're not flying, but walking with a large group around the city of Jericho. Okay, take up the Ark of the Covenant of the Lord and have 7 priests carry trumpets in front of it.
Excuse me, may we talk to you?
Sure, if you can walk alongside and keep up.
My sources tell me that you and your people have been walking around the city walls for the past 6 days. Can you tell us why?
Sure can. I was near Jericho when an angel appeared before me and said to take off my sandals. I was standing on holy ground.
Oh, right. That was my friend Mike. He told me about that.
What?
Never mind.
Anyways, the angel told me that the Lord had delivered Jericho into our hands. We just needed to march on time around the city for 6 days. So that's what we've been doing. But today, we're supposed to march around the city 7 times with 3 slowing trumpets. Then, after the final trumpet blast, the whole army will shout.
And the walls of Jericho will fall to the ground.
Yes, that's what he said. How did you know?
Never mind. This is so exciting. But I noticed those people back there on the wall towers were laughing at you. They didn't seem too concerned. How does that make you feel?
Calling God can sometimes feel a little silly, especially when what he asks you to do seems impossible. Each step of faith gets up, but it gets easier as you walk. Which reminds me, word to the wise. If you're going to walk around the city 7 times, you better put on some sensible shoes.
They got up at daybreak.
Wow, did you sew those walls fall?
I sure did. And look, I'm wearing my very own pair of walking shoes. They come in handy on the Prince of Priest hiking trail.
How about the faith of Joshua? It took faith to believe that just walking in circles would make the walls of an entire city crumble. You know, Summer, faith sometimes looks like foolishness, but it's what pleases God.
So true, Seaflow. Let's go over to Danny Dexter, who is taking a look down in the land of Egypt.
I am taking a look down in the land of Egypt, where it looks like I think we saw a small bush that has been burning for several hours. And the fire department just can't put it out. We have an eyewitness who says, what, right? Miss Buckley? The bush spoke, said that. Let's go to the ground with Chair and Sarah. What's happening down there?
I'm here with a man named Moses who has an amazing story. There's action, drama, even shrubbery. So, what can you tell us?
I don't really like talking that much. I'm not a great speaker.
Don't worry about that. Just start from the beginning. I understand you heard God speak to you. When? How?
I was tending to my sheep when I saw a bush on fire. The weird thing was, it wouldn't burn up. Then a voice called to me from the bush. It called my name.
And it was God.
Yes.
Do you remember what he said?
How could I forget? He said, take off your sandals, for the place you are standing is holy ground.
Holy ground. That must have been exciting.
I was terrified. Then he said he wanted to lead us into a land flowing with milk and honey.
I'll bet you ran to tell the Israelites.
Not at first. Like I said, I'm not the strongest speaker. I mean, who would believe me? But God said to say, I am who I am. The Lord, the God of your fathers, has sent me to save you. So I'm off to tell the Israelites what God said, and I'm going to tell Pharaoh to let God's people go.
Oh, like right now?
Like right now. That's why I'm so nervous.
There you have it, folks. It's about to get really exciting down here with Moses. Let's listen in.
The God of the Israelites has a message just for you.
And seas of suffering, the keys on your hands, and keys gonna lead them to the promised land. I am the Lord. I am the Lord. You will let my people go. Let my people go. Go, go, go. Oh, Moses, just watch what I will do. I'll display my glory through my chosen people as you. I will take you as my people, deliver you from harm, and I will save you with my mighty arm. I am the Lord. So you will let my people go. Let my people go. Go, go, go.
Pharaoh did not want to let God's people go. But after God brought 10 different plagues on the Egyptian people, Pharaoh at last let them go.
Until he changed his mind. The people turned around and saw Pharaoh's army marching right behind them. The Red Sea was in front of them. They were trapped. They were terrified and cried out to the Lord, but Moses answered them.
Do not be afraid, stand firm. Whoa, do not be afraid, stand firm. You will see the deliverance of the Lord. The Lord will fight for you. Just be still
says to Moses, "Raise your staff and stretch out your hand over the sea, so that the Israelites can go through the sea on dry ground. I will harden the hearts of the Egyptians, so they will go in after you, and I will glorify you. The Egyptians will know that I am the Lord."
I'm happy to report that the Israelites indeed went through the sea on dry ground, with a wall of water on their right and on their left.
That's right. The Lord used Moses to save Israel from the hands of the Egyptians.
Halo-tastic. Well, Faith News today has one last story to report. After that, I'm representing FNN at the non-denominational Nap Fest on the Golden Clouds. Let's see what Abby Anderson sees for us on the ground.
Well, I'm looking down in the desert once more, and I see two very old people on the ground looking up to the sky. I see our roving angel reporters flapping their wings furiously to speak to them, and I'm hearing they just landed. Let's go to Sarah and Tara for one last time today.
We are standing in Hebron about to talk to Abraham and Sarah. Many of you know them as the parents of the nation of Israel.
Here they are now, Abraham, Sarah.
I understand that you are leaving your country and your people to go to a new land. Why?
God told us to.
God said he will make us into a great nation, which I think is kind of funny since I'm too old to have children, and I'm no spring chicken.
I'll never forget it. He said, look up at the heavens and count the stars, and that my descendants would be like that. He said that he would bless me and make me into a great nation.
And all people on earth will be blessed through you.
Yes, that's what he said. Did you hear?
It's going around.
That's a pretty big promise.
Yep, but God said it, and I believe.
Do I leave everything I know? Do I simply trust and go?
His blessings on this family.
I don't know what will.
Like I always say, people of faith may not know where they are going, but they know who called them and who leads them. That's what faith is.
Abraham agreed to go without knowing where he was going.
Noah built an ark because he believed in God.
Moses trusted that God would deliver them from Pharaoh.
Joshua believed God would deliver Jericho into their hands.
Queen Esther risked her life to save her people.
Faith of any size comes from hearing the promises of God, acting on them, and believing them.
You know, to have faith, we need to know what God has promised. That's why it's so important to read and know the Word of God. All His promises are yes in Christ Jesus.
We believe God's promises are true. We believe what He says He'll do.
We'll rejoice no matter what tomorrow brings, and together we will join and sing.
Hallelujah, praise the name of Jesus. Hallelujah, praises to the Lamb. Hallelujah, praise the name of Jesus. Hallelujah, amen.
If we confess our sins, He is faithful and just and will forgive us our sins and purify us from all unrighteousness. 1 John 1:9.
Come unto me, all you that are weary and are carrying heavy burdens, and I will give you rest. Matthew 11:28.
Resist the devil and he will flee from you. James 4:7.
Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. For the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. Joshua 1:9.
So if the Son sets you free, you will be free indeed. John 8:36.
I stand with faith on your promises. I know you will never let me go. Your word is true and will never fail. I know you will never let me go. Hallelujah,
right at the end. Thank you so much for coming tonight, this afternoon. It feels like evening right now. This was just amazing. I think you'll agree. They did an amazing, amazing job. Thank you to all the parents and volunteers that are in your program who've helped out. We just can't do it without them. Very, very quickly, this is very, very sad, but this is the 6th graders' last performance with this choir. Sorry, actually, I don't think I told them that. Sorry, guys. You're always welcome back, though. I will always have you back. But I just want the 6th graders to come forward so they can be recognised. We've got a few of them. They have done amazing, just amazing things. And if they wish, they get to go on to sing in the youth choir now, which is just an incredible experience. Yes, there he is. There he is. Go talk to him afterwards, and he'll give you a mark next year. But truly, we are just going to miss all you guys. But right behind you is a lot of incredible talent. So we're going to miss you. But next year is going to be amazing as well. So just thank you all for coming. Please, if you want to take pictures with everyone up here, please do so. We encourage that. And just enjoy the rest of your evening. Oh, hold on.
We thought he was going to get away, and others.
We wanted to sabotage this program for just 1 second and to thank our amazing directors and accompanists and our chat person. The hours of these adults input and the meetings has been fantastic. So thank you all for all of you.
You know, I think we should pray before we leave because we really don't want to go today. I really truly believe that. So let's just have a quick word of prayer. Father, we just thank you so much for this incredible musical that was written for you, and we have glorified you today. And I am just so amazed at the talents and the gifts you have given each and every single one of these children here. Lord, this truly is a leadership and discipleship moment. We're saying goodbye to our 6th graders who will go on to be amazing leaders. And they themselves have been amazing mentors and disciples of our younger children. Lord, I just ask that you continue to do that throughout this church. We've had this amazing discipleship. And Lord, thank you for the gift of music and for theatre and for dance. You really have truly given us one of the greatest gifts, apart from Jesus, one of the greatest gifts. And I thank you so much for that. Let us all go home. Let us all enjoy the rest of this evening and all go home safely. In your name we pray. Amen. Thank you so much.